Hi, this is Alessandro, and in this video I'm going to show you my setup and the radio setup and the CC3D PIDs for my QAV250 Pro. This is not the genuine QAV quadcopter frame. It is a Chinese clone for QAV250. So let's just call it 250 Pro. And the same settings you can use for QAV250 quadcopters. So let's look at the radio setup first. My radio setup is very simple. Okay, so first thing is the fail-safe. I would say this is the Futaba T10J radio system. Okay, so fail-safe, only on throttle 20%. That means as soon as I lost the control signals, the throttle will go to 20% and the quadcopter will fall slowly to the ground. I don't want it to fly away. Okay, alright, so next we have the reverse. As you can see, only throttle is reversed. Okay, then we have endpoints. As you can see, there are no endpoints. Then we come to trims. There are no trims, there are no sub trims, there's no mixing. Auxiliary channels, I have switch C, okay, right here, that I use for flight modes. So here's a stabilized mode 1, a stabilized mode 2, and the rate mode. This is where I fly mostly in rate mode, so I can do the aerobatics. Using the VR, later you can see TXPID, so you can change the values for the PID values using the remote gain, but I'm not using it. Alright, so next I want to show you is the thing I did was to set the dual rate and expo on channel 1 and channel 2 to -35. Okay, dual rates are 100%, but expo I have set to -35. Alright, so basically that's all for my radio setup. Okay, now let's look at the PIDs. Basically, when you come here, you actually see the basic configuration, but I'm not using the basic configuration. I found it was doing a lot of oscillation using the basic configuration. So I went to advanced and I say use advanced configuration. So for advanced configuration, we have the I have to zoom in so you can see a roll and pitch. My PID bank 1 and 2 are stabilized, and PID bank 3 is much more aggressive. So let's look at the PID bank 3, and you can see my attitude mode response per degree is 160, on the pitch is 160, yaw is 120. Then we come back here, red mode response per degree is 500, crazy, pitch is 500, yaw is 400, and then we come to max rate attitude degrees per second is 300, 350. Now coming to rate stabilization inner loop, you can see my PID for roll, then PID for pitch, and then for the yaw. Basically you can see that my I is actually almost the double than the P. So using this, then we have attitude, and my proportional P and I are given here for roll and pitch. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and post it as well. My PID bank 2 and PID bank 1 basically are just doing a little bit change on PIDs and rate mode response, not much. So basically you can see it's 250, 280, basically whatever gives you the best. I was having a lot of oscillation before I actually changed to this kind of settings, but now I'm not having any oscillations and everything is flying perfect. So these are the PID settings for my little clone QAV250 Pro, and I have already shown you my radio settings. Any other questions? Keep me posted.